Hi, YouTube. It's Wednesday. Time for sprints. I am exhausted. Anyway, hi. How are you guys? I'm giving everybody like a hot second for their computers to refresh. But hi, how are you doing? I'm here. Anyway, yeah, it's just been a long day, like it always is. But here we are. Um, but yeah. What's everybody reading? Let me know. I think I'm going to start finally. The Mummy or Ramses the Damned by Anne Rice. I'm doing this new series. I was supposed to have read this already, and I have not. But the video is coming out in February anyway, so I have a little bit of time so I can read it and film it. But this is the goal. The goal for today is to start reading this bad boy. Anyway, yeah, it's just been this week has been so weird so far. Hey, how are you? Hey, Cassie. I guess it's evening. It's 5:00 p.m. here. Hey, Sharon. Same. I'm just exhausted. House of Flame and Shadow and my reread of the fourth Hades and Persephone book. Very cool. I pre-ordered House of Flame and Shadow, and they shipped it day of, not like delivered it day of release. So I was like, it's coming tomorrow. Just stupid. It made me upset. Decided what to read this. Been swatching nail polish. Fair enough. Maybe just crack a window. I don't know. That's always fun, though. I love swatching. I'm trying to finish Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. Okay. Yeah. Cherry Bomb. Agree. I don't know. For like YA, there is some YA that I do like. It's just it has to be something special. Like generic YA, I'm just like, I'm over it. I'm a grown adult. Not that they're bad books. It's just like I'm not the target audience. So like they're not trying to impress me. They're trying to impress teens who would be impressed. So objectively, they're doing their own thing. But like, I've been putting off reading Court of Silver Flames. Yeah, I mean, that book is chonky. You're not wrong. But it's Sarah J. Maas. And the thing with Sarah J. Maas is that she overwrites the shit out of her books. They're so long, but they're page turners. They're quick somehow because like they're intensely readable. You want to keep turning pages. So it takes less time than you think to finish it. Allegedly. Hey, how are you? Probably try to finish my Summer of You manga. Very cool. Very. I wish I had the feeling of accomplishing something. I'm just so busy and just exhausted. I'm like, oh God, everything's due at the same time. I know. They're talking about the new Sarah J. Maas. I pre-ordered it months and months and months ago. And from Amazon. And usually Amazon has day of release delivery and they just didn't ship it. So it's coming tomorrow, which is, I mean, I'm not going to read it right away anyway, so it's fine. But like, it just like, it bugs me. Starling House this morning. Okay, very cool. Cruel Seduction by Katie Robert. Nice. So Starling House. Let's talk about that mess for a minute. Not the book. So Starling House, I have it right here, by Alex E. Harrow, was our patron and channel member book club pick for January. The book club was supposed to be yesterday, and then I realized Patreon did not post my post. So all of the links for it that people needed just didn't exist. So I was like, oh, I love this journey for me. Okay. So it's anyone who hasn't seen the post yet, who is a channel member or a patron, we have moved it to Friday, which I think is a better idea because Fridays are just calmer in like my life. And I think in a lot of people's work lives. So like, let's just do a Friday evening. We'll start the weekend with book club, which I think might be the best idea going forward. So we'll see. But, yeah, whatever Friday is closest to the end of the month, I think is going to be the idea going forward. Ooh, Ooh, the time I got drunk and saved a demon. Jamie, I hope you're loving it because I love that. I love that book. I mean, it's just a simple, good, dumb, smutty read. Yep, totally agree. House of Earth and Blood. Okay, are you a reread or a first time read? Court of Silver Flames. I had to like do the acronym for a second. Skim most of the spicy scenes. Like, yeah, you're right. Nesta and Cassian, like they just can't stop. So I think it might be the spiciest of all of the Sarah J. Maas books. Like, if you thought they were spicy before, this one's like, hold my beer. Like, that one's got like extra smut. Oh yes, are you liking it? Yay! Okay, this is that time I got drunk and saved a demon. Love it. I loved it. It was a patron and channel member book club. It is smutty. It's smutty. It's funny. It's fantasy, and like it's quick. It's like 200 pages. It is so short. It has no filler in it. It's just A, B, C, D. They don't take time thinking about their emotions, going like, I don't know. It's just like, I like you. We're getting married. Let's fuck. And I'm like, yes, please, let's go kill a demon. Like, that's all you need to do. I am losing my mind. Nice. See, I'm like, I think Fridays, because like part of me didn't want to do it on Friday because I'm like, oh, everyone's off work. I don't want to take their off work time. You know, it's the weekend. Then I'm like, everyone works different days than me. Like, I work Monday to Friday, and a lot of people do, but a lot of people don't. And I was just like, I thought I was like intruding, but everyone seems to think Friday is the best day from the consensus I have heard. So, like, yes, it shall be on Friday. That's going to be, I think that's going to be the vibe for 2024, Fridays. Oh, okay. First time. I really liked it. Book 2 of the series, I did not. I know I have the unpopular opinion. A lot of people really loved it, but now book 3 just came out. So I am looking forward to book 3 because I think it's going to be good again. But book 2 was just kind of felt like a misstep to me personally. Pre-order the new one. Well, I think there's only 3 so far. So you just have 2. If that makes you feel better. Well, I mean, oh wait, no, you're right. You have to read the first 3 because there's 3. Math. I don't know what maths are. Right? And I just thought like I would be intruding on everyone's time. Like if I put it on Fridays, I'm like, I don't want to bother people. But I'm like, people have been telling me they want this. And it's me thinking I'm bothering people. And I wasn't listening exactly, you know? Something I'm working on in 2024 to listen to what people say they want and instead of trying to give them what I think they want. Because people are clear sometimes. They'll just tell you. So, yes, I listened, and it's going to be Fridays. Will you be doing reading sprints on Wednesdays in February? Planning on it. Wednesday seems to be, well, I used to post videos Wednesdays and Saturdays, but like, frankly, I was burning myself the hell out. I did that for several years. I can't do 2 videos a week. I fucking can't. So I'm down to 1 video a week, which comes out on Saturdays. So I figured Wednesday I do a live show that's taking the place of the video. That's kind of was the idea. You know, subject to change. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Wednesday's in February. 5 stars, but yeah. Think it's going to be, don't think, oh, okay. But a solid 4. That's good. That's still good. What I just finished. Oh, I just read Fourth Wing. I know. It's so hypey. Everyone wants like the smutty dragons. And I put it off for so long and I finally read it. And I know so many people love it. They were having midnight release parties. Like, people are obsessed with Fourth Wing. And I mean, I'm going to have a review coming out on Saturday because I just finished it yesterday. I have to film my review. I have to film my wrap up and edit it and post it. But yeah, I don't know how y'all thought about it. I gave it like a 3. It's giving very mid energy. And I'm like, am I the only one? Because I've seen people who hate it, people who love it, but I haven't seen a lot of mid, like mid reviews. I don't know. I feel very mid about it. It's fine. It's just like, it's not original, which who cares? Frankly, nothing's original anymore. We've been telling stories for thousands of years. Nothing's original. Okay. It's just like, if you're not going to be very original, you have to at least do it better than it's been done before. And I don't think this does it better. Like, I can think of like at least 5 other books that it's very blatantly the same as and are better. So I'm like, I'm rating that, but worse. And it was like, I get it. It's written in that, like, I don't know, the Sarah J. Maas, the Stephanie Meyer type of like style, where it's just intensely readable and you want to keep flipping pages. So writing style has like that pulpy readability to it, but like plot wise, I'm like, anyway, sorry, quick review. Spoiled it for Saturday, but I have other things I'm going to be reviewing on Saturday. But that was the big thing on my mind, because I thought I was going to be finishing it today, but I've just I just plowed through it yesterday. Yeah. There you go. Glad. I was going to give, Cassie, we're kind of book twins on a lot of things. And I was about to give it a 3.5 when I read it. But I always round up and I'm like, I can't round up to 4. I couldn't because it would feel disingenuous. So I had to go down to 3. Yeah. That's how it was. I could not in good faith put a 4-star review on that. So I had to go down to 3. It was getting 3.5 just for vibes, but I'm like, it's very mid. Virginia, yes. That one is just like Sarah J. Maas realized, oh, I'm known for being smutty. Hold on. It just felt like she was trying to outdo her smut that she's done in other books. Anyway, a lot of people have just joined. So this is what I am reading today. Finally, I had meant to read this much earlier in the month and I didn't, but I'm starting it the last day of the month. So technically I'm reading it in January. The Mummy, or Ramses the Damned by Anne Rice. This is my new Anne Rice series I'm going to be reading. It's a trilogy. I will have recap videos. But yeah, so let's get into some mummy action. I'm very excited. I mean, we've had vampires and witches. Mummies. Why not? There's not a lot of like mummy romances because it's really hard to make a mummy sexy. Because like, ew, they're mummified. Doesn't really, it's not really a prelude to a lot of boners. Personally, if I'm just going to be blunt. Yup, she did. Anyway, this bad boy. I'm going to try my best to like read it. I don't know. I need to film it and edit it too. So many things to do. Anyway, okay. Why don't we do a sprint? So at least I feel like I'm going to accomplish a thing. Yeah, Sexy Decay. Although you know what? I did read, I forget the name of it right now. It's a historical romance. And it's kind of like Sexy the Mummy 1999, but not as good. But they do it in a mummy tomb. And I was like, ew. Like, I felt it was gross. And I'm like, damn, you must have really wanted it. Like, I don't think Mummy Tomb is a sexy place. So, like, the fact that you guys got your bits together at all, you really wanted it. So, I haven't seen anyone with a mummy, but I have seen people in a mummy's tomb. So, adjacent. Anyway, on that note, let's do a sprint. Let me bring up our duck friend. Well, bam. All right, Miles, take us away. 30 minutes starting now. What happened? Hold on. I hit the wrong button. Miles. Okay, 30 minutes. Hello, gently coming back from sprints. How did it go for everybody? I did pretty good. Kind of listening, reading along. Anyone who just joined us, I am doing more Anne Rice. People were asking. I'm moving on to her Mummy series. It does take place so far. I don't know if it moves into modern day yet, but it's in like the early 1900s. So it's very kind of, I mean, this came out long before Mummy 1999, but it's giving me those vibes. And I'm into it. So far, so good. I'm having a good time. I like the characters. There's a mummy and it comes back to life and it likes the sun. The sun gives him powers like Superman or like opposite vampires. I don't know. Maybe she was so tired of writing like things that happen during the night. She's like, let's have a daytime. Let's have a daytime immortal going on here. Yep. I don't know. Now through almost 30 pages of Hunt on the Dark Waters by Katie Roberts. Awesome. Love that. Yeah, the thing is, like, I'm reading along as best I can because the only audio option available is a abridged version. So, like, they are doing a lot of the text; they're just skipping over certain parts. Like, this isn't that important. Like, no. So, I'm reading along with it, and most of the words that he's saying are on the page. so far so good. It's a bridge, so I know they are skipping things, but I can go back and skim through that and make sure I'm getting it all. But it's like basically a quicker version. That's why I'm like page 87. I'm not on page 87 like if I was reading this normal, but I'm even listening slow. I didn't even put it up very like fast since I have to like skip around. I'm just like I should listen slower so I can actually like keep up because a fair amount of this abridged audiobook is on the page. Is this they're skipping sections essentially. Whew. Anyway, where were we? Hello. Finish the short story in Su Tong's Raise the Red Lantern. Love it. Came in late, no worries. Almost finished the short story I was reading, 72 Letters, part of the stories of your life and others by Ted Chiang short story collection. Love it. 2 short story readers. There was a cat who needed attention. His face. Well, I mean, maybe he's just trying to read, you know? Sees you doing it. wants to see what the hype's about. Watching some Olivia reads a latte and cut an apple to share with your dog. I love that. I hope it was a good time. Making my way through the Alex Michaelides book, The Fury. Very cool, Sarah. I haven't read anything by Alex Michaelides. I hear mixed things though, but a lot of people, it might be one of those like acquired taste authors where like if you like Michaelides, you really like Michaelides, and if you don't, then you just there's a few authors that are acquired taste. I don't know. I should try to read something by them. I just haven't. I don't know. I'm trying to also not force myself to read things this year, which is probably for the best. I'm just reading things I'm actually interested in for the most part. I don't know. I could have DNF'd Fourth Wing, if I'm honest, but I read it. I did the whole thing just to make sure. Like maybe I'll have like a moment where it hooks me. But right now I'm just like, I don't really want to read Iron Flame, the second book of the Fourth Wing series. Just because, like, I don't know, part of me was like, well, maybe book 2 is better. But the other side of it is also like, okay, book 1 is 500 pages. If they couldn't hook me 500 pages, giving them 500 more is not the answer. So anyway, that's just where I am in life. Just finished Fourth House. Nice. On chapter 3. Yeah, it's a long one. But I'm glad you're liking it, Larissa. That's great. I'm reading Casino Royale. Yay. Good. I mean, I leave things out as well, you know. Otherwise, it's just me reading the book to everybody. So thank you, though. I'm glad that you saw it and came over and hung out. Not even 25% in. Oh, well, never mind. James Bond books are an acquired taste. I think that as you go on throughout this series, I do think that Ian Fleming is doing some interesting character study with James, especially coming in from a modern lens, because James is obviously suffering from PTSD at times and needs therapy and isn't getting it. And you know, they're also gross dudes. It's the 50s. Eek. Like if you don't like Casino Royale, don't move on. The second book, Live and Let Die, don't do that one. Oh boy, that's a hot mess. Well, not story wise, it's just they use the N word a lot in it. It's uncomfortable to read. However, Moonraker, book 3, surprisingly feminist. I think Moonraker is actually a really good book. It ends with James not getting the girl. Sorry, spoil. I already put out a video on it. They've been out for 50 years at this point. Over 50 years. Okay. At this point, it's like, this it can't be a spoiler anymore, but surprisingly feminist. That one's pretty good. That might be it, because I didn't like Divergent. Now that you're giving that to me, I'm just like, yeah. I kind of thought our main character was similar to the main character from the Red Queen series by Victoria Aveyard. And they even have the same hair that's brown and goes white at the end. And they both are lightning wielders. Like, I'm like, you picked Mare Barrow out of that book and put her in Fourth Wing, because it's the exact same character. Like from powers to hair to everything. I'm like, what? What is going on? That's basically that. Okay, I was saying earlier, there's so many books that this book is obviously using as inspiration that do it better. But yeah, if you haven't read Red Queen, there you go. I'm pretty sure that's an influence. Read 3 pages. That's fine in your manga, and then nephew called. There you go. Well, I mean, maybe we're gonna do one more sprint. You might get a fair amount done. Oh, Fourth Wing. Okay. It is long though. I think I cut you. I think you said Fourth House, and I thought the typo was you were reading Ninth House. So I'm like, close enough. No, either way, both are long books. Yeah, that's how I feel about it, Larissa. Like, it's okay. It's okay. I gave it 3 stars. It's very mid energy for me, but if you're not going to be original, you have to do it better, and it doesn't. So, however, I don't know. A lot of people really like it too for vibes. If you like smutty dragon stuff, then you know, just enjoy. I want people to enjoy things. Whew. I'm feeling better now that I'm drinking water. I drank water earlier today, but it had been a while, and all I was drinking was caffeine, and I was just like not doing well. And I'm like, I'm gonna drink some water. Let's drink some water. And like, I feel so much better than I'm drinking water. Look at me being responsible. Anyway. Yes, it's been a long week. It's been a long, crazy week. Wild things. It's just all like a mishmash of like weird stuff going on, but it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know. I have to keep things secret because otherwise I'm just gonna blurt out secrets that I have coming. So I'm gonna try to just be quiet about it. But anyway, patrons and channel members, Friday, if you did not get the it's because I see Larissa's here, who is a channel member. Friday's book club for Starling House. So if you're available, come hang out for Starling House. But yeah, I don't know. I think it might be a mixed bag. from what I've seen, but I think that's just the purpose of book clubs. Because I've been in several book clubs at this point, and it's either like it's just like, hey, let's all read a book we don't like, or like let's all read a book we really like. It's always something like that. So book clubs are like the best and the worst at times. But I just kind of like hanging out with everybody because every time we do book club, we talk about the book for a fair amount, and then like things go off the rails. When things just get wild and we're just hanging out. So it's a good time. Yay. I'm glad that you loved it. We talked about it on Friday. I'm keeping that secret at least. I blew my review of Fourth Wing. So whatever. I thought it out in advance. So when I film it, I'll know what I'm going to say. I'll be honest, my review videos, I don't script them. Like that wasn't obvious to everybody. You've seen them before, but no, like the things that I actually have a script for sound different than things I'm just winging. I always wing my reviews because I just want to let it come out how I'm feeling about it. It'd probably be better if I actually did script something, but like I don't have the time or inclination to do it. Yeah, 4 stars. Love it. I really liked it. I'm sorry, I spoiled it. I couldn't hold it back, but like, no, I really liked it. So I am excited. Although I did talk to a few other people who like did not like it. So there will be conflicting opinions on it. So could be a juicy conversation. I don't know. Whew. Anyway. Yeah. So far, so good, though. I'm liking it. So, I don't know. I should get back into this. 7. I set it up to do it in thirds. So I'm like to get to there. So we'll see. We'll see how much I read today. I don't know. With an abridged book, it makes no sense not to, essentially. But anyway. Let's do another sprint. I feel like reading some more of this book because like I'm grooving with it. I'm like vibing. I'm having a good time. So where are you, Miles? There you are. Let me bring him back. Sorry, Miles get his steps in when we do book club. Oh, good. I'm reading it now. I'm going to do recaps on them. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Good chow. All right, let's do 30 minutes starting now.
Hello, everybody. Gently coming back from sprints. How did it go? Um,
Yeah, this book, the first sprint, the abridgedness was less noticeable than the second sprint because I'm this far through the book now with the abridging. 2/3 through it. Oh my gosh. Basically, they're just cutting out like all of like the oh, that's like I have a fiance, but I don't really like him, but I have to pay attention to him stuff. All of like the character stuff. So I am gonna have to go back through this and like really give it a whirl, like fully. But I'm still gonna finish this abridged version. Why not? Anyway, yes. So I'm making my way through this. It's just abridged, but it's hitting all the high, like the main plot points. Essentially, they're cutting out all of like the parts that aren't necessarily plot. They're more like these characters talking to each other kind of a thing. Flame Out by Carrie Arthur, read 10%. Love that. Timed that perfectly. Kitchen prepping veggies, getting lunch ready. Came back with 4 seconds to spare. Love that. Anyway, Ramses. He's the old Egyptian king Ramses. He's come back from the dead because he was secretly an immortal. Like sunlight makes him strong, and he got in the sun and he woke up. And like he loved Cleopatra. And then he found her mummy. So he's like, oh, I got my immortal juice. So I think he's going to try to bring her back. That's as far as I've gotten. So anyway, we're going to find out how that goes. Let's see. About a chapter and a half. Excellent work. But yeah. The abridged version goes very fast through this book. So I am going to go back and like more carefully read all these sections and everything to really get like a big dose of all of the character development that's important. But I think I'm just still gonna finish the audio book because it's abridged, and like then I have like an understanding of the plot basically. I could start taking some notes, but I am gonna go back and like reread. That's the plan. Anyway, oh boy. It's been an evening. It's been an evening, everybody. And yeah, that's all I got for tonight. I have a little bit more reading to do, and then I'm just gonna like relax because, well, no, I should edit, but allegedly I'm going to relax. That's the idea here. So yeah, that's all I got, everybody. This is a good sprints. We'll be back next week. More sprints. Shit, tomorrow's February 1st. I forgot where time has gone. But yeah, I'll be doing some sprints in Wednesdays in February. And book club is Friday for patrons and channel members. So hopefully you guys can come hang out. Kind of same time, same place type of deal. And yeah, I'll be back next week. Thank you, Cassie. And that's all. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me and reading some books. I will be back. Got a chapter done. Excellent work, Larissa. Hopefully I'll see you on Friday if you have time. But yes. Ooh. Yay! Good. Come on back. All right, everybody. Goodbye.